Hi, good day, my lovely people. I've got some painted papers here. Now, I did do a video. It's pants, but if you want to watch it, that's fine. It's just painted brown paper, basically. I want to make some more of my Gelli print books, and I want to make some paper covers for them, because I've never tried this, so I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, so I usually try to make the booklets 6 by 6 inches square. So this isn't quite 12 inches. I'm going to move that one out of the way for a minute. Where'd that ruler go? Stop putting rulers away, Susan. Yeah, it's not, it's only 9.5 inches, but out of this I'm going to cut some strips anyway, and sew on strips. So it should, in theory, make a 12-inch square booklet cover. I think that makes sense. Yeah, it won't fit in my Tim Holtz cutter, so I'll have to get my big guillotine out. I think I've worked out that I can get 3 out of this, so I'm going to try for it. It's a bit crunchy. Again, as I say, if you want to see what I used and how I did this, when I watched it, I was like, you're not even making any sense anymore. So 15 centimetres. See, that wasn't straight. Great. Okay, right. Well, the next one will be. 15 centimetres is basically 6 inches. So we're doing, I think what it is that's not straight, is it? Let's get this straight first. Yeah, so anyway. It feels quite gritty because I used the what are they called? The Rust Effect paints from Cosmic Shimmer. So they're quite textured, basically. I don't know if you can hear it there. Sorry, I need to concentrate. And they're all acrylic inks, which means that they won't move, basically, which is kind of what I wanted. I didn't want it to... So what did you end up with then? Should we assume that you're a straight edge? You look straight to me. Yeah, I didn't want to do... No, that's not straight at all. I didn't want to do water reactive ones because I want to put an acrylic glaze on top of these, which is a brush on glaze, basically. And don't worry, I've used this guillotine for years. I know it doesn't have a finger guard. It broke a long time ago, so I use a ruler and I do that. Yeah, so anyway, that's today's little job. It is absolutely hammering it down with rain. I went for a walk with Caroline and Mr. Hades first thing. We got absolutely drowned. So it's in for the whole day. So it's a craft room day today. Right, okay. Yes, there's bits missing there. That's fine. I'm going to do stitching and, you know, I've got enough scrappy bits here. If I want, I can just stitch that on there, which is probably exactly what I will do. It'll test the new machine, because that's what I'm going to use to stitch with. Poor thing. I do feel sorry for some equipment that comes into my room. Right, okay, so 6 inches is there. This is just probably a really weird way of doing it. Actually, do I want to do it in half exactly? So it'll be 4.5, 4.25, 4 3/4. Is that about middle? I'll tell you what, it's an easy way to find a middle, Susan. So it's quite crunchy. It's definitely got some texture on it. Still doesn't look very straight to me. Where's my bone folder? it's very gritty. Though it's not really coming off, there's a little bit there. Right, okay, so I think I like that as the front. It doesn't really matter. So, with the other bits, I'm going to put these away for now. So with these, these were all acrylic inks, some pearlescent, some not. This was, what are you called? Can't remember. Hold on. It's Ranger. Hang on, I'm getting it. Distress Stain, Stormy Sky, and I did the dabbing thing and I left it to dry like that, so it's gone like pebbles. I presume you can see that. Isn't that cool? And obviously it ran, but that's fine. I'm not looking for perfection for this job. It just needed to. It just needed to be painted, quite frankly. Go. And that was black ink. That was gold acrylic ink. This was black ink, but I put in some of this stuff, the Pearlex powders. It is kind of coming off a bit, but that's fine. Like I say, I am going to seal it with acrylic wax, which is a liquid stuff, basically. Oh, and I gessoed the paper first. That was the other thing that I did do, because I knew it would just sink into the brown, and the brown's not very good as a background anyway, so, well, unless you're going proper vintage, I suppose. Right, okay, so what did you end up being? Almost 5. So if I do these, doesn't matter if they're slightly bigger. Yeah, so if I cut them an inch, maybe an inch and a half. Right, okay. Now I can use my smaller one. Because this does have inches on it. Because obviously it's Tim Holtzy stuff, so there is centimetres on here, but they're hard to read. So let's stick with that for now. What are you doing, you crazy animal? The cat is on one this morning. I don't know why. She is just a bonkers today. Aren't you? Mackerel. What are you doing? You always know when she's on one because her tail is flipping like mad. Flip, 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 flip. I did have to iron these. They dried very crinkly. I don't know if that's the brown paper effect or something. Or it could have been the layers of gesso. I want to keep some whole bits, so we're not going to cut too many of those. It'll all become clear in a moment. I'll fast forward you. Right, let's do those. if I want to extend this, some of these are very wonky. I clearly didn't straighten the edges. It doesn't really matter. It's a very scrappy project, so I think that's the only one that I cut wrong here. Right. Right, it literally needs to go on the edge, and then that should cover the papers that I'm intending to put in there. Right. Okay. Right. Right. So I also want to do some leafy things. Do some leaves as well. Might leave that one together for now. Right. Oh, well, I want to make, I'll be honest with you, I feel like I want to do something sort of leafy. So that might be quite nice just to do those two. Let's just trying to think of a glue that's not going to gum up my needle. I could use the bow and glue pen actually, I suppose. It's just to temporarily hold them while it sticks, basically. Yeah, sorry, while it sticks. While I get round, when I get round to sewing it, basically. I'm a bit discombobulated this morning. I do apologise. I don't know if it works on paper, but we're about to find out. That's excellent for applique and stuff. Just needs to hold it when I get the sewing machine on it. I'm hoping it's bright enough in here. I've got as many lights on as I can. It's very dark today. I've been thinking about putting a bit of interfacing on the back of these just to give it that bit of strength as well, so not 100% certain yet, but we will see. They're a bit chunky, aren't they? Right, sorry. Just as you thought it was going to be, because I'm just sort of thinking I could do a zigzag to if they go super fine. Yeah, we'll tidy it up once it's all stitched, and I've put a bit of interfacing on the back of that, I think. But that's going to make a really pretty book cover. Yeah, I like it. It's just an experiment, but I like it. So, I'm going to get to stitching it now. So I shall take you over to the machine, and we'll get and I don't know if I'm going to do free motion. I think I'm just going to stitch ordinarily. That makes sense. Might try some of my fancy machine stitches. Don't need those bits. Those bits will keep. Well, that bit will keep. Yeah, right. Yeah, let's get to the machine. Right, we're at the machine. I just kept my normal foot on for now, as I say. I don't think I'm going to do free motion. Licking cat hair. Embedded. Thank you. The cat is literally doing my head in. So I'm just going to, I was thinking about doing some fancy stitches. I'm not. There's a couple actually. Number 51's quite nice. Let me just find it, 2 secs. Let's give that a go. Just trying to think what I want to sew first. Let's do this seam down here first, I think, because that'll make that less floppy. I've got a very, very weird variegated thread on here, so just move that out of the way for a second. What am I doing? Oh, see, I'm so used to just hitting a button here. I'm terrible. So that's sewn that stitch there. I'm so sorry about the lighting. It is a pretty grim day here. Right, so let's just sew these together now. Straight stitch, I think. Let's just go bog standard straight stitch now. Right, so there's one done. You're not seeing anything, are you? One stitched. I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to do the back as well. I'm sorry that's gone out of focus, and I'll be back with you shortly. Just needs trimming up now. I'm definitely going to interface it, and obviously it's going to have paper or card or something on the inside. I'm just going to trim all those edges now. I think I want it to be just over 6 inches, so sorry, this is probably going to, I'm just going to take it over slightly because I will cut my pages to 6 inches. Just make sure it's all squarish. Pretty much. Just a bit off there. Cool. I like that. So I've not really done this kind of thing before. I don't even know. I got inspired by something, obviously. Yeah, so there we are, just out of brown paper. Yeah, I haven't got the gel prints to put in it yet, but yeah, it's all shiny and nice, super textured, especially there in parts. Yeah, the variegated thread was meant to be a little bit more variegated than that. I won't use it again because for some reason, let me just show you the colour. But the pink was coming out really predominantly, and I don't know why. Unless it was dragging the bobbin thread up, because I did have a fluorescent pink in the bobbin, and that could be what was happening. Just to get it to sew paper is a bit of an unusual thing for a machine. If you're wondering why I'm using my big machine, it's because that's the only one I've got out. And it's got to be dual purpose fabric and paper, whether it likes it or not. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. As I say, I'm hoping I will sped a lot of that up for you. I'll get on and make the other ones, and I'll show you those completed. Well, I've got to do the gel prints anyway, so it's going to be a while yet. But there, I like that. I like that a lot. See you on the next one. Bye.